Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Therefore, I say that in the light of Vedantic reasoning, Brahman has no attributes. When there are no attributes, you cannot describe an object. If there are qualities, if it has dimensions, then you can easily explain or tell about it, which doesn't have dimension, which doesn't have any attributes. How can you define a thing? The real nature of Brahman cannot be described. But so long as your individuality is real, so long as your individuality is real, the world is also real. I am an individual. I am separating from the rest of the things, and I am existing independent of all other things is individuality. I am an individual. So as long as I am an individual, the world is there. Individual means there is a collective existence. I am an individual means there is a collective existence. So as long as you have individuality is real, the world is also real, and equally real are the different forms of God. Vyashti and Samashti, individual and cosmic. If you are there, the world is there, multiplicity is there. Same consciousness which pervades the individual is called Jiva. The same consciousness which pervades the universe is called Ishvara. Jiva is the individual consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is Ishvara. Absolute consciousness is Brahman. So, as long as you are there, individual is there, there is cosmic. As long as Jivatman is there, there is Paramatman. And equally real are the different forms of God. And the feeling that God is a person. Because I am an individual, God is made into an individual. Yours is the path of bhakti. That is very good. It is an easy path. Bhakti is an easy path because it is path of acceptance. We see, we perceive, we understand, we interact, we live in it, we exist. We find it difficult to exist without it. To tell all this is unreal is very difficult. God alone is real, this world is unreal. What will you eat? How will you live if this world is unreal? Air is unreal, how will you breathe? My breathing also unreal, my body is unreal. It is a part of the universe. Everything is unreal. Very difficult because I am experiencing, I am interacting, I am living in it. To deny it is mind and body doesn't allow, heart also doesn't allow to say what is experienced as unreal. That is, who can fully describe, know the infinite God? How can the infinite be known by the finite? And what need is there of knowing the infinite? Having attained this rare human birth, my supreme need is to develop love for the lotus feet of God. How clearly Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. As you are thinking, as you are interacting with the world, as you are planning of the things, you will see time is going, life is going. And human life is so small. It's going to end. What you have to achieve, simplest thing what we have to achieve is fulfillment. Paripurnata, fulfillment. Have I attained that fulfillment? No. Can anything in this world give me fulfillment? No. Nothing can give me fulfillment. How to achieve that fulfillment? His only way is to go beyond limitations of nature. The day you go beyond nature, whether it is the internal journey or external journey, transcending nature itself, you will find the total fulfillment. Otherwise, there is always, everything is changing. You may not be able to see the unreality of this world, but impermanence you can see. Yesterday has gone, morning has gone, my earlier life has gone forever. So it is passing events of life. I can see the impermanency, but difficult to see unreality in this. And having attained this human birth, what am I seeking? What every jiva is seeking is paripurnata, fulfillment, by attaining which I don't have any need for anything more. Otherwise, there is always abhava, something lacking, something lacking. Whatever we achieve in this world, including highest secular education, you have become scientist also, suppose. You have found out new things in life, like mobile. You are discovered, you are given to the world, you are given a curse to the world. What best, what good have you done? Or could you get any fulfillment, or could the one who got this mobile got the fulfillment? No. The purpose is defeated. Whole life you struggled and died like an animal in the street. At least they have, when any animal dies, it dignifiedly leaves its body. Doesn't weep, you never see. Old age comes, how joyfully it accepts. It cannot eat, especially the reared ones at home, cows and dogs. As they age, still they keep smiling when the master goes. It's happy that master has come, master is seeing. Slowly, old age, a day comes when it cannot eat. No complaints. It doesn't even express or experience the suffering. I am there as a human being, highly evolved, but every bit of suffering I consciously feel. It should not have been there. I should not have got. But no animal refuses it, gladly accepts. It is suffering, it is without food, it is lying down with full acceptance. There is no resistance, There is no complaint. There is no cursing God or anything. Just, and last, in forest I used to see animals lying down. Slowly they are not, whole herd starts moving away. It cannot move. Last it stays there itself. And all have gone away. And here there, little grazing and all that they will do. A day comes when it cannot even move to graze. Slowly it sits and looks here, there. Within a day, you see it lying down with tongue outside, eyes open. Nobody to give water, but it doesn't express any pain or suffering. It is unable to do, and it has full acceptance of it. It accepted life. It accepted all the aspects of life, moving, eating, everything. Now it accepts the death, old age and death, with the same acceptance. How it came to the world, so it is going. How much we resist, how much we run about to doctors and here and there to get rid of a disease. They don't know. Here you see, in the ashrama, monkeys fall from the top, break their arms. Immediately they struggle, it is not able to lift its hand. With 3 legs it will start moving about here, there. It is having pain, but it manages. How beautiful it is. Acceptance. In Bhakti Yoga there is acceptance. In Jnana Yoga there is rejection. The purpose of human life, having attained great human birth, my supreme need is to develop love for the lotus feet of God. What happens? If you only think man who has got intelligence, mind, senses, body, and he is aware of all things around, his suffering also is aware. The only thing to transcend this and go beyond is love of God. In love alone, man is able to bear any suffering. You can see 2 lovers, what all risks they take, what all adventures they do, unimaginable. They are ready to give up their jobs, they are ready to give up their parents, they are ready to give up everything. Just for the 2 days love of this world. Within a few weeks or months, the whole thing may turn otherwise. They may start hating each other, going away from each other. But those moments in love, they don't find difficulty or suffering. They are ready to accept any challenge. So this love, but this love is temporary. Object which I am going to love, in loving a person or loving an object, is temporary phase. That object is going to disappear. I am going to disappear. So, and each time my demands of love are not met. I want to fulfill my demands of love. I can't get. And then you see, when I am not able to fulfill my love. And love doesn't flow when it is focused on a limited object. It immediately shrinks down and love starts pouring in drops. So, I will never find fulfillment For fulfillment to be there, the object of love must be eternal, unchanging, able to bear any demands and be able to fulfill any demands. That is possible only for God. And to transform me to the level of the divine by lifting me to that level is possible only for God. And there, finally, the moment I turn my thoughts to the divine, my love starts flowing in torrents, the whole as it is, because love is a manifestation of Atman. Nothing can hold it. Nothing can hold. All are small containers. A ocean cannot be accommodated in a small container. When it is directed from the infinite, it flows down through the heart and into infinity. When I love God, from infinity, the love is flowing into infinity. And there you get absolute fulfillment and also transcendence of nature. You transcend the nature and go beyond into a realm, imperishable realm, which never gets perished, imperishable. There we go, of eternity. There we get absolute fulfillment. Having attained this rare human birth, my supreme need is to develop love for the lotus feet of God. It gives me all that I seek. If a jug of water is enough to remove my thirst, why should I measure the quantity of water in the lake? I become drunk on even half a bottle of wine. What is the use of my calculate the quantity of liquor in the tavern? What need is there of knowing the infinite? The main purpose is I must get fulfillment. I must enter into eternity and unchangeable. I must become immortal. That is enough for me. Because human life is short. The moment you want to do something else other than that, to transcend the nature and go beyond, life goes away. You will go without fulfillment, without achieving anything in life. That is the main thing. Many times I feel, oh, this scientist has discovered this, that scientist has discovered that. They say, in my heart, could he realize God? That one question lasts. Oh, he wasted his life. Nothing is achieved if that fulfillment is not achieved, if that immortality is not achieved, if that eternity is not achieved, if that absolute freedom from nature is not achieved. Nothing is achieved. Even worldly prospects. He can be a prime minister, he can be a person topping the world. A man may be having tremendous skill in a particular musical instrument. So many people are there. A beautiful singer, world famous beautiful singer. If he has not achieved what he has to achieve in and through the human life, nothing has been achieved. The various states of mind of Brahmajnani are described in the Vedas. The path of knowledge is extremely difficult. One cannot obtain jnana if one has the least trace of worldliness and the slightest attachment for woman and gold. That is not the path for Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, we are in the Iron Age. The golden age has gone away. Now, in this age of materialism, body consciousness has raised to its highest level, and that makes a lot of difference. How much of as long as we are bodies, how much difficult it is for us to live and to deny, to think that we are Atman. One cannot obtain jnana if there is slightest trace of worldliness, slightest attachment for woman and gold. If there is a small, Ramakrishna used to say, if all desires have gone, one single desire to eat sandesh, a sweet meat is there, he cannot realize God. The realization doesn't come, realization doesn't appear, even if slightest, that one desire obstructs the vision of the transcendental. It gets. And suppose I die with one desire, I have to possess a body one time or the other again to fulfill that one desire that is pending in my life. So, birth and death. Once you take a birth, it will not end with taking birth. It has to fulfill all the laws of nature. You are a product of nature. Nature drives you, and you start doing actions. Action has reaction, and reaction you have to face. It doesn't just because for fulfilling one desire, you may take a body in next birth, but taking body itself is a drive into the world of constant action and reaction. It never ends. That's called Kali Yuga. This is not the path for Kali Yuga. The Vedas speak of 7 planes where mind dwells. When the mind is immersed in worldliness, it dwells in lower planes, at the navel, organ of generation and organ of evacuation. In that state, mind loses all its higher visions. It broods only on woman and gold, the 3 lower planes of existence. The 4th plane of mind is the heart. When the mind dwells there, one has the glimpse of spiritual consciousness. One sees light all around. Such a man, perceiving the divine light, becomes speechless and wonders and says, what is this? What is this? His mind does not go downward to the objects of the world. There are 7 planes of existence. They pertain to 7 levels of consciousness. I am conscious now. My conscious. I am conscious you are all sitting. I am conscious of I am talking to you all. I am conscious I am a body. I am conscious of the world around. Everything I am conscious of. This consciousness pertains to a particular level of consciousness, my particular level of my consciousness. From this, I go to sleep, another level of consciousness, not related to this at all. When I sleep and I am dreaming, I am in an entirely different consciousness, unrelated to my waking state. Still deeper I go to the deep sleep level, Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. 3 levels of consciousness I am going every day and coming back. These 3 mostly we can say pertains to the lower 3 levels of consciousness, which the planes of consciousness which we say Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. There are 7 planes of consciousness pertaining to chakras. So these 7 chakras is a level of consciousness, because the chakras are having petals. The number of petals decide the amount of consciousness. 4 petals is 1/4 of the consciousness I partake in my physical level. Highest level of consciousness, when there is spiritual unfoldment, it is folded. I undergo unfoldment. My consciousness goes on expanding to infinity, back to infinity. From infinity it has come down to lowest level of consciousness of my being, body, physical body. This body awareness makes me pass through 3 levels. What are the demands of body? It wants to eat, sleep, thirst, and all these physical needs are there. The second layer we have is I seek enjoyments. The seeking enjoyment is Swadhisthana, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara. The 7 planes of consciousness. When the lowest Mooladhara, when I feel sleepy, I go to the lowest level of, from body I am slowly, physical body I am separating. These are the needs of my existence at bodily level. And these demands of sleeping, eating and all that, sustaining life, sustenance of life, yielding to nature is Mooladhara. Next is the Jiva seeks enjoyments. When life is there, it wants to enjoy. The plane of enjoyment, when I am lying, I am at the second level or second plane of consciousness. And there I see, it is called Swadhisthana. And I am at the seeking, now I want to go for play. I want to go see a film. I want to see some beautiful sceneries. All this, whatever kind of enjoyment, I am at the second level. Lowest level is sleeping, eating and all that. This is enjoyments. Bodily needs and yielding to nature is the lowest. Then the second is enjoyment, third is Manipura, clinging to life. I want to live. I don't want suffering. I am clinging to life. I don't want to die. And for that I sustain my life by eating food. I need food. My consciousness is at Manipura, the third. These 3 are common layers of consciousness in which we dwell, and it pertains to waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Om शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत् श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।